Go. Hi, my name is Xeng,
Hello, my name is Nara Chhuo.
and today we will be doing a presentation on smart homes under siege, assessing the robustness of physical security against wireless network attacks. So we're gonna first start with the overview of a smart home technology and its attacks. So domestic smart security devices like smart locks, doorbells, and security cameras are getting popular due to their user-friendly design, convenience, and decreasing costs. However, unlike traditional security devices such as alarms and locks, the performance standards for smart security devices are difficult for end user to understand due to the technical language used. Additionally, users have limited access to unbiased information on how these products perform in real-world conditions and how well they protect against cyber attacks. As a result, they often rely on manufacturer claims without synchronicity. This leaves them vulnerable to risks such as theft, impersonation if their credentials are stolen, and even physical harm if a device fails and prevent access to hazardous areas. This conduct various attacks using common wireless vectors against domestic smart security devices to evaluate their protection against cyber attacks. The findings indicate the user are at a significant risk of cyber physical attacks regardless of whether they use lesser known or branded smart security devices due to inadequate security provided by these products. So we're gonna go next to the importance and rise of smart home adoptions. So smart security devices have become common and they are expected to grow over the next decade with independent research predicting a market value of 7.98 billion by 2027. The deployment of advanced home automation and smart security device is a rising trend while early attempts at home automation began in the late 20th century. It's within the last decade that these devices have moved from their traditional settings, such as office complexes and multi tenant buildings, into residential homes. This shift presents significant challenge for security professionals who must ensure these devices are suitable for their intended purposes. It also introduces new attack vectors that threaten the security and privacy of end users, particularly through technologies like Bluetooth and RFID. This is especially concerning for products like smart locks, padlocks, and intruder alarms, collectively referred to as smart security devices, as they are responsible for protecting users, their data, and their privacy spaces. While non-academic research has a highlight flaws in companion application and vulnerabilities in Bluetooth encryption that can be brute force, there is limited research on the physical devices themselves and the level of protection they offer.
So, definition of physical security in smart homes. This slide just go over the definition. So basically, it's the measure to protect tangible assets of a home, such as the building structure, inhabitants, the people in it, physical property, from unauthorized access to prevent theft or damage. So the scope of physical security in smart homes are that, well, one is access control, ensuring only authorized individuals can enter or interact with the home through smart locks, keypads, or like biometric systems. Some smart homes they have like biometric where you can just put your fingerprint and it allow you to access. Um, that's pretty cool, but it also can be very difficult too. So another thing is surveillance, monitoring the surroundings using smart cameras and motion detectors that are integrated with mobile alerts and cloud storage. Um, Next will be environmental control, protecting against environmental hazards like fire or flooding using smart detectors and an automated response system.
All right, next would be the experiment objective. So the experiment objective in the article is how good are smart technology security or protection that consumers majority buy online. The consumers that are used for this experiment are those who aren't security or technology savvy. So the setup for this experiment are using three type of smart security device, which consists of smart locks, smart intruder alarms, and smart padlocks. So the type of attack on these smart security device or denial of service (DOS) attack, or what the article says, simple jamming, which is an attack dis- disrupt the normal functioning of a target server, service, web, website, or a network by overwhelming it with a flood of legitimate traffic. So the methodology they're going to use is using a jamming signal to broadcast at the relevant frequency to deny access to the target device or to redirect user to an evil twin device to steal their credential or monitor their traffic. The next one is the road jam attack, which is a wireless relay attack that target vehicles and other systems using rolling code security mechanism for keyless entry and remote control. The methodology that they're going to be using is Bluetooth to do a data manipulation attack on the device. Next is the replay attack, which is an attack where a malicious actor intercepts data, packet, or communication between two parties and retransmit them later to deceive the receiver into performing unintended operation or to gain unauthorized access. The methodology that they're going to use here is attacking using RFID as the attack vector. Here is a chart of attacks in the threat model based on CVSS v.4.0. So according to the CVSS, the scoring all the way on the right side, if the score is from 9.0 to 10, it is considered a very critical condition. 7.0 to 8.8 is considered high. 4.0 to 6.0 is considered medium, and 1.0 to 3.9 is considered low. As you can see, all the attack that they plan on doing for all these smart devices are from 7 up, which is from a high condition. So the first attack we're going to be going over is the 433M agency radio frequency attacks. So majority of the test device have had successful attack when it comes to the 433M agency radio frequency attack as shown in the image on the right. This allow attacker to block message between remote sensor and the base station, giving infinite access to the protected area. The reason why these devices fail against this attack is because they don't use loading codes and frequency hopping or jamming detection, which is uh, recommended if you're gonna get yourself a smart device. And just for the information, NA represents that the attack cannot be attempted as the device does not support part of this technology. If you were to look at the image on the right. Next would be the Bluetooth attack. As you can see, 5 of the 9 smart security devices fail and allow unauthenticated write access, while a threat actor would be able to clone the GATT in 6 of the 9 smart security devices, as shown in the picture on the right. Yale, being one of the smart devices that survived these attacks, worked correctly with its companion app and arm and disarmed successfully, which suggests that the manufacturer has patched the device. So as you can see, the image shown below provide further data on the attack against the UltraLock UL3. The finding demonstrate that when repeated unlock commands are sent to the Bluetooth handle controlling the device unlock mechanism, identical static responses are consistently received. Each unlock event, which is indicated by a 16-byte string starting with 08C711, is followed by the same pattern of responses. These unlock commands can be captured and replayed, allowing the device to be unlocked. Lastly, the last attack, which is the RFID attacks. As the image shown on the right, all devices have failed the RFID attack except for the EG Touch smart padlock. The effectiveness of the RFID attack largely depends on the type of RFID technology used by each device, specifically whether they support low or high frequency tags. For example, EG Touch Smart Padlock can be cloned due to it using a high frequency. With a high frequency, it supports more data transfer and are often encrypted, but with a low frequency, it can be cloned in seconds because it offers no protection to their users. And for further information of the picture on the right, NA indicates no encryption present on the tag. So RFID attack, the image shown on the right are tags used by Yale keyless lock and non-default encryption keys used by Yale Connects lock. As you can see per the image, only the first 7 blocks uses a unique set of encryption keys while the rest are using the default encryption keys. For example, FFFFF. This is why Yale survived the encrypted tag cloning attack but failed the tag cloning.
Applying the MITRE attack framework. Overview of the MITRE attack framework. The MITRE attack framework is a globally accessible knowledge base of of tactics and techniques based on real-world observations, providing a matrix that organizations can use to detect, respond to, and mitigate cyber threats. So applying the MITRE attack framework, continue analyzing attack using the MITRE attack framework. First, we got the denial of service, which is the DDoS attack. The tactic will be denial of service techniques, network denial of service, and also just the code for it from the MITRE attack framework website, and application layer protocol. So to mitigate that would be to do a network segregation or rate limiting and monitoring for unusual traffic patterns. Um, Next, we got the role attacks. The tactic will be to access the credentials, um, techniques, force authentication, or input capture. Mitigation for that will be two-factor authentication, encrypted communication, and regular updates to device firmware. And we got another one, which is um, replay attacks. Tactic will be impact. Techniques will be data manipulation or endpoint denial of service. And then mitigation for that would be secure communication protocols, regular firmware updates, and user education, best practices for the security. Conclusion: this research or project reveals that widely used smart security devices such as smart locks, padlocks, and intruder alarms can expose users to different kind of security threats. Um, our research indicates that even a relatively um, like unsophisticated cyber attacker can exploit common technologies or wireless technologies such as RFID and Bluetooth to carry out attacks that can bypass or disable these devices.
And here is our source that we have used for this presentation.